Welcome. How is everyone tonight?
We're doing great!
I see you've all elected a spokesman. I'll direct all future questions in that direction. It is great fun to come back to Trinity, to Dickinson. I see so many familiar faces. But if you're like me, sometimes when you see the familiar face, you won't always place the name. Tonight it's easy though. If you see a face and you don't remember the name, try Kovash or Weiler. You'll be right 90% of the time. There's so many Kovashes here, not even the Kovashes know who the Kovashes are. The Weilers, they know the Weilers because they're the loudest one in the group.
You're here!
We'll pause. I did want to remind Bob Weiler in particular that, Bob, this is a formal event. Please put your cell phone away. No tweeting, no Facebook, no Snapchat. Your Tinder profile needs a little work, but And I did notice also, some things really never change. The 1969 football team is sitting in one group, drinking beer, taunting the 1971 members of the play, calling them wussies. The fiddler on the group, or over on the other side, they're drinking mineral water, calling them stupid jocks. I think just for tonight, guys, can we just get along? Just tonight. And I did get to meet with Mitch Kuntz a little bit before the event. I hadn't seen Mitch since I was a very young man. And you know his storied history of performance. Although, you know, tonight his character is a little different. He's not used to, he has to play himself. And I hate to tell you, Mitch, the reviews are in. It's a little flat. Spice it up a little bit. I also got to visit a little bit with Kyle Steffes, and he's still obviously in great shape. As a matter of fact, if I threw a football out there right now, I think instinctively he'd jump out of his chair and dive for it. But then that would set up a whole chain reaction where Sarah Berry Long would then try and spike it. Mitch Kuntz would then stand up and say, you know, artistically, I don't think you really gave it enough to the right. I think you need to. And then the cast, the Fiddler on the Roof, would then break out in song and dance and accompany it. Bob Weiler would stand up and do the play-by-play. And Bev would say, sit down and shut up, Robert. Coach Grinsteiner would grab a whiteboard and explain how they could have done it better. The Kovashes would panic and think, it's the grandkids misbehaving again, isn't it? And the 1969 football team, they'd roll their eyes and say, in our day, we did it much better. And Mr. Brandon would ruin everything by standing up and giving everybody detention. But I'm getting ahead of myself talking about the inductees. I really wanted to talk a little bit about what it means to be from Trinity. When I was a kid, a long time ago, and I went to Trinity High School, we had a cheer. And the cheer was, I'm from Trinity, I couldn't be prouder. And if you don't believe it, I'll yell a little louder. Do you remember that cheer? I bet you the Weilers can do that for me.
We're from Trinity, couldn't be prouder. If you don't believe us, we'll yell a little louder.
And we did.
Trinity couldn't be prouder. If you don't believe us, we'll yell a little louder. We're from Trinity, couldn't be prouder. If you don't believe us, we'll yell a little louder.
Don't. In general, Brandons, in general, you don't want to spend a lot of time with the Weilers.
Yes, we do.
So the reason why I say that is because we screamed it at the top of our lungs because we meant it. We wanted people to know we were from Trinity. And we were proud of it. And we would scream as loud as we could till we were blue in the face. But what does that mean? What does it mean to be from someplace? Why is it the first time you meet somebody, you say, "Hi, where are you from?" Sometimes the response will be, "Well, I'm from California." Sometimes the response will be, "I'm from Texas." "Hey, I'm from New York." Each one of those places just put an image in your head of what that person was like, and what that person means, and who that person is. Invariably, when I meet someone new and I say, "Hey, I'm from North Dakota," I get a blank stare. Or they say, "It's cold up there," or "You got oil up there, right?" They don't understand what it means to be from North Dakota, what it means to be from Trinity. What's in North Dakota? Courage, commitment, caring, and community. Those are all attributes that you find when you look around this room. And those are all attributes that are exhibited by our honorees tonight. These people are those that we look to say, "I'm from North Dakota, I'm proud," and here's some good examples of that. Moving on into the program.